feel everything, too deeply, too quickly, too intensely. But no one would ever know, because you don't show it. You smile at the right moments, you stay calm in chaos. You say, I'm fine, even when something inside you is breaking quietly. You don't explode, you don't create scenes. You don't ask for comfort, you absorb. And over time, something strange happens. You stop knowing what you actually feel, only that you're tired of carrying it alone. This is not emotional intelligence. This is emotional suppression. And today, we're going to talk about the psychology of people who feel deeply, but were never allowed to express it. Part 1. How emotional suppression really begins. No one is born hiding their feelings. Children cry freely. They express joy loudly. They feel without shame. So when did you stop? Usually it happens early. You learned subtly or directly that your emotions were inconvenient, overwhelming, ignored, punished, mocked, so you adapted. You didn't stop feeling. You stopped showing, because showing emotions didn't bring safety, it brought distance. And the nervous system remembers that. Part 2. Why you became the calm one. People often describe you as calm, mature, emotionally strong, grounded, but that calm didn't come from peace. It came from control. You learned to regulate everyone else by regulating yourself first. You learned, if I stay composed, nothing escalates. So you became the emotional container. You absorbed tension. You swallowed anger. You softened sadness, and everyone benefited. Except you. Part 3. Feeling too much in a world that couldn't hold you. Here's the truth most people miss. Emotionally suppressed people are often emotionally intense inside. You don't feel less. You feel more. That's why you had to shut parts of yourself down. Because your emotions weren't small, they were powerful. And no one taught you how to hold them safely. So you learned to hide them instead. Part 4. The internal split over time. A split forms. There's the part of you that feels and the part of you that manages. The manager wins. Always. It keeps you functional. It keeps you composed. It keeps you together. But the feeling part doesn't disappear. It goes underground. And that's where the emptiness begins. Part 5. Why you can't cry even when you want to. Have you ever felt this? You know you need to cry. You feel pressure in your chest. Tears build, but nothing comes out. That's not emotional numbness. That's emotional inhibition. Your nervous system learned expression is unsafe, so it blocks release. And emotions with no exit don't disappear. They turn into anxiety, exhaustion, irritability, detachment. Part 6. The cost of always being composed. People trust you. They confide in you. They lean on you. They feel safe around you. But when was the last time you felt safe being honest? Not strong. Not helpful. Not calm, just real. Emotional suppression creates one-sided intimacy. People know you as stable, but not as vulnerable. And that loneliness runs deep. Part 7. Why you feel guilty for needing comfort. When you've always been the strong one, needing comfort feels wrong. You think others have it worse. I shouldn't complain. I can handle this. So you minimize yourself. Not because you don't hurt, but because you don't feel entitled to care. That's not humility. That's learned self-erasure. Part 8. When emotions turn into the body. Unexpressed emotions don't stay emotional. They become physical. Through tight jaws, shallow breathing, heavy chest, constant fatigue, unexplained tension. The body speaks when the mouth doesn't, and it never stops trying. Part 9. Why you feel emotionally far from others. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. Because connection requires visibility. And you've been invisible to survive. You share thoughts, you share advice, you share logic, but not raw emotion. So relationships feel safe, but not deeply nourishing. Part 10. Emotional suppression is not strength. Let's be clear. Control is not strength. Endurance is not healing. Silence is not maturity. Strength is being able to feel and stay present. And you were never taught that. You were taught to manage emotions, not experience them. Part 11. What happens when you finally slow down? When suppressed people slow down, emotions rise. Suddenly, intensely, unexpectedly. This can feel frightening. But it's not breakdown. It's release. What you avoided for years is finally asking to be felt. Part 12. Why you fear your own emotions. You're not afraid of emotions. You're afraid of losing control, being overwhelming, being abandoned, because in the past, emotion meant risk. So you learned safety through suppression. But safety without expression turns into isolation? Part 13. Learning to feel without collapsing. Healing isn't about becoming emotional all the time. It's about allowing range. Feeling sadness without drowning. Feeling anger without exploding. Feeling joy without bracing for loss. This is nervous system re-education. Slow, gentle, intentional. Part 14. You were never too much. You were just too unsupported. Your emotions weren't the problem. The environment was, and you adapted brilliantly. But adaptation is not destiny. You don't have to live muted forever. Part 15. A quiet practice. Start small. Name feelings privately. Let tears come without explanation. Pause instead of suppressing. You don't need to perform healing, you need to allow it. Closing. For the one who feels everything silently, if you're someone who feels deeply, stays composed, holds it all together, rarely lets it out, this is for you. Your emotions are not dangerous. Your needs are not a burden. Your softness is not weakness. You learned silence to survive. Now you get to learn expression to live. You don't need to disappear to be safe. You don't need to numb yourself to belong. You're allowed to feel and stay.